There we go. Okay, so we're recording. I'm actually going to screen share my computer with you. So if you're like working and stuff and you need to close it out, that's totally fine. I'm going to leave it like this so then that way I can see you guys. Because I hate putting it in presentation mode because then when I'm talking, you guys like all go away and I don't know if you have questions or I can't like see your faces. So it doesn't make a ton of sense. But I wanted to show you and like give you my plan of how to have success with this new program that's launching. It's a really big deal. I feel like with our team, it just fits really well. A lot of you guys are like fitness freaks or else like in a good way. A lot of you work out. That's not the hard part. The hard part is like nutrition or I don't know, like accountability or something. Like you guys like to be active and things like that, or most of the time, probably not on Sunday. But I wanted to like walk through and just tell you everything I'm doing for like launching a new program and just make sure, see if there's anything that I'm doing that you aren't aware of and maybe it will help you launch the program. So if you're doing 2B Mindset and you're having a really good thing with it, like that's completely fine that you're continue to go off of that. Just know that the Lift 4 is out there and it's like a possibility for your challengers and stuff. And so before we do that, I'm going to share a few things with you, like housekeeping things, just to help make this an easier process. So for me, I have 3 things that I'm doing. So the first thing is like new coach training. Second thing is this thing called Greenlight District. And the reason it's Greenlight District is like, it's building habits. You're doing what you should be doing to move your business forward, getting past the start line. So like new coaches are just starting out, and they're working on coach training. They're working on going through all of the days. Once they get done with that, they have a one-on-one with me. And then they obviously are active coaches. They're pushing for Emerald, and we're really trying to get them like quick wins as a coach. When you go into the Greenlight District, that's more of like, you're an active coach, obviously. You've passed coach training. You're really looking to hit Emerald, and we want you to hit it in less than 2 weeks. If you're in the Greenlight District for too long, like it worries me. It's like either I'm not getting you enough information or we're not on the same page or something's not clicking. And just talking with some girls this week in the Greenlight District has been phenomenal of them asking questions and saying like, I struggle with this, and just giving, feedback and helping them. And so that's what the Greenlight District is. My goal is to get you to have 2 on your left and 2 on your right when you're moving into the Leadership Academy. So you're not worried about Emerald. You're focused more on like the leadership aspect of it. So the third piece is Leadership Academy. And that is for like my coaches who are pushing for Diamond and 1-star and 2-star and beyond, who obviously can hit Emerald and hold it. Like they know what it is. They know how to keep hitting Success Club. They're pushing for Diamond. And my goal from now on is 60 to 90 days. Like once you hit Leadership Academy, if you're not Diamond in like a month, 2 months, if 3 months, like there's something that we're missing. Either, it's not consistent. We're not, posting, whatever it is. I really want people to get into that Leadership Academy. And then I want to like kick you out of it. I want you to be leaders. I want you to, be so busy with your own team. I want to like work side by side with those people and push them to 1-star, 2-star, 3-star and above. Cause that's honestly like such a game changer for your business and for your family. And so obviously like Diamond is 4 and 4, and then you have your 2 Emeralds, and then just really focusing more on leadership. So those are the 3 pods that I have going on. And just know that if, you have a question or something, if you can ask it in like your pods that you have, it's so nice because number one, if you have a question, I'm sure like 3 other people have the same question. And then also instead of me getting 50 messages, now I just get 3 messages, and then I can go through those, if that makes sense. So there are 3 Facebook groups. There's 3 separate pods. So some of you on this call have never talked to other people on this call. You will get there when we all get to like a team call or leadership and stuff. But I wanted to let you know what they look like. Here's for my visual people. So building the foundation as a coach. Greenlight District is creating that habit, like working hard on hitting Success Club, posting on social media, inviting people. The Leadership Academy is your leaders of this team. Now, can you be a new coach and be a leader? Absolutely. I'm not saying you're not a leader if you're in the Greenlight District. I'm just saying that like it's more of leadership focus based in the Leadership Academy, if that makes sense. So for my visual people, seeing the vision, getting through coach training, Greenlight District, and then Leadership Academy and like rocking this business and just owning it. Okay. So another thing I wanted to help you guys with, in 2.5 weeks, my world is going to get turned upside down. Erin has football, and I actually accepted a varsity volleyball position because I wanted to coach volleyball forever, and it was just an opportunity, and I just went for it. And so I want you to know that if you message me and you ask me a question, I swear I will get to you. But if you put it in the pods, you'll get an answer faster than, you know, asking just me. But then also know that like that pod is not just for you saying like, where is this or what's this? Some of the girls were saying like, what do you send if someone says this? Or if you post and someone comments, what do I say? Like that's what those pods are for. It's a community for you to help each other, to like be there for each other. There's always the Team Empower Dynasty page. I try to post as much information in there as I can to not like hurt you, but to give you that information so you feel comfortable. If you ask a question in there, like people get a notification that you posted in the page, so people will go and look and also help to answer your questions. Obviously there's Google and YouTube, but you need to know what to Google and what to YouTube. So like just know that those two are options. I put emergency, like sending me a personal Facebook message. If it's an emergency, like if, I don't know, someone has like 1 day left to switch something and they need to get it done like ASAP or something, send me a text message or an email. I actually get email and text way faster than I do Facebook messages, just because Facebook, I try not to check it until I'm sitting in my computer. Otherwise I accidentally work and forget to track. So if it's an emergency, try to get a hold of me. Otherwise, if you can put it in the pod, that'd be wonderful because I can get to it faster that way. And then starting the last week in July, my business hours are going to be like 7 to 9 at night. And like, that's going to be the only time I can answer you guys because I'm going to have camp and stuff in the morning. So I just wanted to give you guys just a quick heads up on that part. Okay, really quick, our team page, I had a couple people just ask it. I know we have new people on the call. So our team page is not, it's not my page. Like it's not Megan's page. If it was, I would call it that. It's our team page. If you have coaches, add them in there. If you have discount coaches, add them in there because they're technically coaches. If you have people who are interested in the coaching opportunity and they're a discount coach, like make sure they're in there because they can get a feel for our team. It's a place, you know, for culture, for community. If you have something big that happens in your family, like you can share it in there. You know, if you have questions, you can ask them in there, obviously. You know, just if something's working for you, like I posted like the Lift 4 thing. I was like, go post this on your social media page. Like I put it in our other Facebook pages, but if you have something like that, you can definitely share it. Motivation, I know Cassidy does a really good job. She throws like random motivational quotes in there, which is super nice. I always try to put like the 411 in there, give you like all the tips and stuff ahead of time. That's where I put graphics, post ideas, information. I always will say like it's in the team page, it's in the team page. It's kind of like a holding cell. Okay. And then obviously we have tons of recognition going on in there. So if you see things happening in there, that's what that's for. Okay. So if you have questions on that, let me know. I want to dive into this because this is like the whole part of the call. Launch hacks is what I'm going to call it. So basically what I want you to do is I want you, number one, to like commit to doing Lift 4. So if you're doing Lift 4, commit to it. If you're committing to whatever program it is, like that's completely up to you. Honestly, like the momentum is going to carry you so much right now. Like I literally would stop whatever you're doing, and on July 16th, like I would start Lift 4 with the rest of us because I guarantee like the momentum is there, accountability is there. We're all going to be moving forward to Lift 4. So first of all, like commit to the program, get the plan figured out, which plan you're in, get the calendar printed out, get your containers like gathered up, all of that stuff. Like go through and be a challenger again. I don't care if you have like a rockin' body or if you're just starting, like dive back into this program. Like let this relaunch your business. Let this relaunch you as a person. I will be honest, after 80-day obsession, I like fell hard because I was like, no more time nutrition. Like I didn't really have a program I was following. I was kind of like up and down, and my results showed. Like I felt it. I look way different this summer than I did last summer. And so I was just talking with Erin and I'm like, I'm so ready to just do day one, go back as a challenger and like go all in. So you need to do that as well. And then just know that you want to take everybody through your journey with you. So when you start day one, like they're starting day one with you. So like share your workouts, share your food, share all of this, like just open up your world to people. So from day 1 all the way, and I put day 56 because it's 8-week program, but I don't know, it's probably a 60-day program. So anyway, so it's 8 weeks. So you can share like week 1, week 2, week 3, those kinds of things. Keep the mystery there. Just because we're starting Lift 4 does not mean you're going to go on social media tomorrow and say, I'm starting Lift 4 day 1. Please do not do that, because what is someone going to do? They're going to go to Google. They're going to type in Lift 4. They're going to find Melanie Mitro and they're going to sign up with her because she's probably going to be the first person that pops up. Okay. So keep that mystery. 4 days on, 3 days off, short and effective, like keywords that you're going to hear. Keep sharing those. Instagram stories, and I see like there's Facebook stories. I don't post on mine unless my like Facebook asks me to. I don't understand it yet, but Snapchat, you can definitely use that, but I'm going to be using Instagram stories a ton. I'm probably going to go back to doing like day 1 and like sharing my day 1, and then day 2, sharing day 2, and then doing weekly check-ins on my Instagram stories and all that stuff, sharing my food, sharing my pre-workout juice, like sharing all that stuff with people. And then I'm honestly going to make sure I have a post every single day about something from my fitness journey. So like, even if it's a rest day, I'm probably going to say like something about it being a rest day, but I'm going to go and take Carver for a walk, or I'm going to pick up running again, thanks to this new program. Like, just letting people know every single day you're staying committed, because I feel like as coaches, we can do really good for week 1, maybe week 2. Week 3 and 4 is kind of when a lot of us coaches like go one way or the other. So you staying and like knowing you have to post every day is going to hold you to it as well. And then just obviously letting them know that like they can, that you can invite them to join you along for the ride. So when you're posting about it, having call to actions and stuff like that. And then creating the big mo, like building that momentum for your business. There are people who have changed from like a brand new coach to, I think she said she was now like 4-star qualification just because of Lift 4 launch. Like she just used the launch, she posted about it, she's sharing it, and then now like they're ready to work with her. If you know who Emily Favre is, like she moved her business. I met her in February. She was a 1-star coach, and now they have 20 diamonds on their team in 6 months. And she posted the crap out of 80-Day Obsession. She posted like her day 1, her like the whole way through. She posts transformations every single week. So just like opening up your journey to people on social media, and just being, I like to say annoying because I can say that, but like being annoying because people are gonna be like, oh my God, there she is posting about that stupid program again. Like, guess what? That girl's gonna be joining you by like week 2. So ideas, things for you to do, things to like help you with, use a theme. Okay. So like on your Instagram stories, whatever you do for day 1, like do it all the way through. Like, or maybe it's week 1 or whatever. If you do like a week 1 weigh-in or something, or week 1 transformation, or week 1 check-in or something like that, do the same thing every single week so people like start to get into like a habit. If you're using something on Instagram, use the same exact filters when you do your workout photos or something, or when you're talking about this program, or when you're posting and stuff, use this like the similar style, whether it's bullet points or whatever it is, but create a theme like with what you're doing with Lift 4. On Facebook, you can build what's called an album. So if you just go to your Facebook page and you just click photos, like create an album, you can continually add to it. And so I did that with 80-Day Obsession, and I thought it was stupid when I did it, but I actually signed up like 10 people from my album just because they can go through and they can like look at your stuff too, you know? So like day 1 goes into the album. Well, I had all 80 days in there, you know, or whatever. And so they could go back and look at my transformation without me sending it to them. And then every day when you have like a workout photo or something, you can add it to the album. And so then the whole album pops back up on their news feed. So don't call it Lift 4, call it like Jody's Journey, or, you know, I don't know, Laura's weight loss journey, or whatever it is, like whatever you want to call it. But like, just don't call it Lift 4. Okay. And then if you have a Facebook group, I had an informational Facebook group. It got closed for some freaking reason. I did a post and I had people commenting below, and it said it was spam because I had people commenting too quickly or whatever. I don't know. So it got closed. So I had an informational Facebook group. I don't have one right now, and I'm trying to close all of my old Facebook groups first before I reopen one, just because I don't want to get flagged on Facebook, because that's part of my business and I would be screwed. So I don't have an informational group for you to add your people to. I have just been spending time and like, I don't know, extra hours messaging people, sending them the Lift4 bundles, sending them the information. But I've made it a system. So I have a message I send to them, I send them the bundles, and then they sign up. Like, I'm not talking about their dog and what name it is and what kind of food they eat. I'm literally just like cutting to the point. So if you have an informational group, I know Ashley's on here, she has one and she's like posting it and shares things with it and stuff. So like, I'm sure that's working for her. So if you can get an informational group up, just share the bundles, share like what Lift4 is, maybe share a couple of workouts or something, just so people can go and get added to it. Using live, so you can go live on your Facebook page. If you have like a fitness page, you can go live and just do a couple workouts and stuff. You could, not like the whole workout, but just like a couple of the moves. You could go live and just talk about the workouts once you get started. You could talk about the meal planning, whatever you want to do. Just be careful not to have music in it, otherwise Facebook flags you. And then, like I said before, the weekly check-ins, photos, measurements, do lives, do testimonies of people from our group, those kinds of things. So just really like making this a big deal, if that makes sense. Okay, so changing your entire business. So if you act like you are in the test group, act like you're in an actual test group. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for day one. I cannot wait to get started. I cannot believe I made it into an official test group. Like, blow it up. No one else like is going to sit there and be like, oh, Jody, you're not in a test group. Yeah, you actually are, because you're probably in Joel's coach test group, which is a test group. You're running your own test group, so you're in a test group. Just literally acting like you are in this amazing opportunity and just creating this vision for people, and then like creating it so they want to come and join you. I put stick to your shit. Sorry, I just cussed, but like just stick to it. Like, stick with Lift4, stick with your workouts, stick with your food, get really good freaking results and share them with people. Like, if anybody asks me like, how did you move your business forward? I lost 35 pounds. Like, I found a product, I found programs that work. Okay. Half of you wouldn't be on this call if I didn't stick to a freaking workout and get results, because you guys would think I'm a joke, right? Same thing that people are like looking at you like, okay, you've been working out for 3 years, you've never gotten a result. That's kind of hard, but you have a chance to change your business. You have a chance to show up and create this big momentum and have people join you. Take them through your journey. Make sure you're really pouring your time into your challengers, because those are going to be your coaches. I'm pretty sure there's only like 3 people on our team that have not been a challenger before they started coaching. Every single like person is going through a challenge group and then they end up being a coach. There's a couple of you who are like, I'm ready to do this right away, but most of you were challengers first. So remember that. If you got 5 people into this group, you could find 1 really good coach. Okay, maybe 2 really good coaches. Maybe all 5 of them love it and they want to coach with you. So just understand that. Work your business, do your 4 vitals, and then go pour on your challengers. So maybe you have them in a Facebook thread. I know Mary has like a Facebook group she has her challengers in. I know some people do Facebook threads and like message their challengers. I have them in like that Facebook community. I have them in a tracker app, and then I message them weekly. There's really nothing else I can do besides doing the workouts for them. But like holding them accountable, checking in with them. If you have 5 challengers, like those 5 challengers better get freaking amazing results, because like there's 5 of them, they can hold each other to it, just really helping them through the journey and just making sure that you understand that most of your challengers are going to turn into coaches in the end. Okay. And then this last part, so posting. So one thing I've changed, and you can go to my Instagram and you can check it out, but I've posted a transformation 2 to 3 times a week. I used to do it once, and now I'm like, nope, I need to be doing it 2 to 3 times a week. Okay. So Sunday, maybe you do Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, or something like that. Get transformations out there, whether it's your transformation, whether it's our transformation from our team. Maybe it's like actual Lift4 people. I was talking with Laura this weekend. I take the Lift4 test group people and I put them side by side and I crop out the Lift4 logo on it. and I like just make it look like a regular transformation. You can do that by just using like a side by side and just making the picture bigger or smaller or whatever you need to do. But I share pretty much 2 to 3 times a day or a week. So then that way, when you go to my Instagram, when you go to like my blocks and stuff, you can see I have 1, oops, I shouldn't have clicked on 1, 2, and then I have 3, and then I have 4. Like every time you scroll, you should see a transformation. Okay, so hopefully 1 every, what is that, like 6 to 9 photos. Okay, so just really understanding posting transformations. And then the other thing I noticed with transformations is like, I don't know how to say this without being rude, but just using different sizes of transformations. Does that make sense? So like using somebody maybe who wanted to build muscle, not lose weight. Finding somebody who just needed to lose 10 pounds and tighten and tone. Find somebody who needed to lose 20 to 30 pounds and share all of those. Because sometimes I get stuck on just sharing mine and people have seen mine over and over and over again. So just sharing someone new helps a lot. Sharing the little bits of their story too. So if I use Jody's transformation tomorrow, I might message her and be like, can you give me just like a quick blurb about your journey? And using that to share, because like people love the story part of it. That's why I share mine so much, because I know the story. So if you're using like a Lift 4 one, I just put like, she's a real person getting real results, like those kinds of things. You can creep her page if she has kids. You can say busy mom, you know, or something. And then it's a new program, so make sure you're talking about it on your Instagram stories every single day. Okay, so every time, like every 24 hours, you should have something about the new program in your Instagram story, whether it's a transformation, whether it's your workout, whether you're just talking how excited you are, whether you're giving the opportunity of them joining you, whatever it is, please try to share about it at least once a day. So like the 10 to 15 little stories you can have a day or more, at least, be sharing it every single day. So whether it's 5 of your 20 or whether it's 2 or whatever it is. So I was just going to show you, I posted in my story for an example. Okay, so there's me. I posted transformations and just talked about them. And I did that this morning. And then right there, I put like a poll on there to have people. That's that next part. So adding polls. I went back to my day, went back to Lift 4 transformations, and just talked about it. Okay. So talking about it on your Instagram stories, talking about it in your pictures, obviously, using polls, like always giving 2 options, like yes or yes, or yes, sign me up, or details. Don't ever give them an option to tell you no, because it hurts your feelings. So don't do it. There's like little weird slider emoji thing. You can have them like slide it over if they're super excited for the program or something. You can have them like swipe up and send you a message. If you have over 10,000 followers, we should be friends, because I need to get 10,000 followers on my Instagram. But if you have that, if they swipe up, they can actually go right to an application. I don't have it. I'm only have like 5,000 followers. I need to keep working on that. But they can still swipe up and message you, or like when they're watching your story, they can still message you. You could say like drop a comment below a photo. You could say double tap. You could say drop your favorite emoji. I did the GIF on Facebook. It was so awesome and hilarious because people use like the weirdest ones. You can do that for engagement, whatever it is. Just make sure you have some sort of like fun call to action. And then I try to have these all start with F's, but then I ran out of results. Doesn't start with an F. But talking about food, anything that has to do with Lift 4. You guys, we have treat days. Like, I better see all of you like on your treat day with your freaking treat day in your mouth. Like, this is what I get. I get real food, a real treat day, and I'm still going to have 6-pack abs when I'm done. Like, sharing that with people, letting them know you're not just drinking shakes, because everybody thinks we just drink shakes and eat salads. Like, everybody knows that. It's not what we do. Okay. Sharing your fitness. So if you are sharing on Instagram stories or whatever you want to, a lot of you take videos and you can post those on your Instagram and Facebook. If you do Instagram stories, if you go to your actual like story, and then on the bottom, you should see like options on the bottom. If you slide all the way over to what's called hands free, kind of hard to see. If you hold down the middle button, so I'm going to hold this down and it's going to count down for me. 3, 2, 1. and now it's hands-free. So now I'm taking a video, talking to you guys. I'm hands-free. I could put it on my light thing over there. I can start working out, and then it goes all the way around, and then it will stop. And then when it's done, I have my video. And then I can add text or whatever you want to it. But that's how I take my videos when I do my workouts. And then I have Pandora on my phone. So Pandora is always playing. And then I just like record myself, and people are always like, what station are you listening to? And I'm like, it's just Pandora. It just starts the conversation. But then it's cool because you can like go through and listen to music and jam out while they're working out. So that's what I use. It's called Hands Free, and just hold it down and it'll count down for you. The other one I have fun with is Boomerang, which you guys probably all know what that is because I was like a dinosaur. I didn't know that there was Boomerang on here, but if you hold it down and then you can actually let go of it and like do something. And so basically it's just like it plays it and then it goes like in reverse. And so it's pretty cool. But you can hold down Boomerang the whole time, or you can tap it and then like do something crazy. I don't know. Try messing around with it, I guess. There is live. Obviously, you can go live on your Instagram if you want to. The rewind and some of the other ones, I have Aaron do it because it's hard for you to like hold it down and do your move at the same time, like the slow motion one and stuff. So sharing your fitness and like making it fun for people. I got into the habit where I was just videotaping me working out, and I was like, cool, that's really boring. Why am I doing that? So then I added music, and then I was like, I'm still really boring. So some people like dance in the middle of it. I'm not a good dancer, so I don't really do that. But I add like wording to like my video. After I do my video, I add like wording to it. Maybe you add like motivational tips in it. Maybe you add like tips for how to work out, whatever, to your videos and stuff. You can add the poll in your video, like, want to do a workout like this with me? Yes or yes, like, doing polls that way. Make sure you're sharing like the online community. So I'm going to let the girls know that they can work out with us in the morning. I'm going to let them know that there's like the Zoom option. I'm going to try to do like maybe 1 or 2 actual calls with them, like do calls with challengers and just ask like their thoughts about Lift 4. And just like sharing the community aspect of it with like your followers and stuff. So they know that they get you as their coach, but then they also get like 100 more people, which is freaking awesome to be a part of something. And then obviously results doesn't start with an S, so I just put fabulous results. Getting results, like that's really important. It's part of your job as a coach. It's not required that you're a size 2 because otherwise I'd get fired, but it's like almost required for you to like get some sort of transformation along the way, whether it's weight loss, whether it's gaining muscle, whether it's just being freaking happy, like whatever it is, inside outside transformation. Then obviously having fun with your posting. So that being said, I hope everybody on here is hopefully, fingers crossed, doing Lift 4. If you're not doing Lift 4, send me a message so I know you're not doing Lift 4, so I don't like go to your Facebook page and say like, hey, where's Lift 4 at? Because what I'm going to be doing with my time is like working my business, but then I'm going to go and I'm going to actually like try to grab some examples from you guys and share it like with our team. Like, hey, Laura did this. She did an awesome job. So that doesn't mean like to go to Laura's page and like copy all Laura's stuff. It literally just means like, that's a really good idea. Go use it like next week or something, like just getting different ideas. There's other coaches out there. We all know that, getting ideas from what they're doing. I think it's okay to use a post like the one where it was like 40 minutes a day, like 4 days a week, 3 weeks, like that's not super personal. So I think those are okay to use. Obviously, like if I'm sharing my story about, I don't know, my weight loss journey, like don't copy and paste that. Sounds kind of weird. But like I think just getting ideas is a good thing too. If you watch other coaches, I know some of you do, and I try to watch some coaches, but I try not to as well, just because then my stuff ends up looking like theirs, or I transform into them, if that makes sense. So getting ideas is a really good thing. But also try to follow other people outside of Beachbody. It sounds really weird, but like following somebody outside of Beachbody. So like Jennifer Lawrence is, I'm like obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with like, you know, The Bachelorette and stuff. So like you can go and follow Becca, or you can go and find things and like follow other people just to see what they're doing, how they're sharing their life, how they're opening up to people. Maybe it's Jillian Michaels or whoever on Instagram, you know. So go follow somebody who's not Beachbody. And then if you follow Beachbody people too, awesome. But like trying to just mix different ideas, if that makes sense. And the last thing about posting, I went through and I was looking at ads because Aaron like watches ESPN all the time and I think it's super boring. But I was like, why do people like read ESPN magazines? Because obviously the magazine news is old. Like once you get the magazine, like it's already old news. So I'm like, why do people even get these? Like, because he gets like a monthly subscription or whatever of it. But when I was like flipping through the magazine, like photos, I was like, oh my God, what is that? It was like Nike had like brand new tennis shoes, but it was on this like really nice looking male wearing tennis shoes. And I was like, oh my God, I really want those. Like they were really cool tennis shoes. But I was like flipping through it. I'm like, why am I stopping and looking at these photos? Why am I looking at this magazine? Why are people buying this magazine? Because the photo was like, I couldn't turn the page. Like I had to like read it really fast. So like think of your Instagram like page like that. You know, like is your photo like stopping people to read what's on your hat? Or is your photo like stopping to figure out why your pants don't fit or whatever is why you're sitting by your computer, if you have really good lighting, whatever it is, like see if people are stopping at your stuff. If they're not, that's something that we can work on. Okay. So that was something that, I don't know, he thought it was super cool because ESPN actually helped my business, but, okay. Does anyone have any questions or anything about just launching Lift 4? Anything? Anybody super excited for Lift 4? Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay. So before I let you guys go, I wanted to keep it short and sweet and give you tons of information. Please, 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 if you do anything, make sure you're in those 3 pods, the New Coach Pod, the Greenlight District Pod, the Leadership Academy Pod. Make sure if you're in one of those pods, you're in one of those pages. Does that make sense? So you're in a pod, you're in that page. You're in this pod, you're in that page. And then like I'm moving you through. So like if you're still in New Coach training, like my job is to like get you out of it and get you in the Greenlight District. Once you're out of there, like it's to get into the other one. So basically we're like building your coaching foundation, creating a habit of showing up, hitting Success Club, posting on social media, inviting people. Once you figure that out, which I'm 2.5 years in, I'm still figuring it out. So maybe that's not the right way to say it. But once you understand, like that's what we're doing as coaches, getting you into the Leadership Academy. My goal is obviously like every, couple months, everybody should be in the Leadership Academy group, if that makes sense. So like keep you guys moving. So if you have questions and stuff, if it's an emergency, send it to me. If it's not, and you can put it in the pod, that'd be wonderful. Because there is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 12 of us on this call. So that would mean I would have 12 messages versus maybe 1 or 2 messages. And then I can like scroll back. And another thing that was awesome was someone asked a question this weekend and I had a couple coaches, I think it was like Megan and April, like answered her question. Like that's what those pods are for. And it also helps you as a coach to realize like, hey, I actually know the answer to this question. Like maybe I know a little bit more than I thought, those kinds of things. And if you guys don't know it, somebody like grab a computer and YouTube or Google and try to see if you can find the answer. If it's not in the team page and you still have no idea, obviously you guys can ask me, but the pods are going to be super helpful, I think, especially if like we're all crazy busy at, different places at different times and stuff too. Okay. So if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, please make sure you're in the Tracker app group. It's just called like Lift 4. I need to add Jaden in there yet. And I think there was one other person. I can get you added as an admin and then you can add all your people in there. It's just for tracking purposes. I will have something posted every day, but it's just for you to track your workouts and like Performance Line or Shakeology. I need that as a person. Like I have to have that. Otherwise I'm like afraid I'm gonna, okay, Megan, I'll get you added in there too. I'm afraid I'm gonna like forget to like log and like forget to, I don't know. So I need that. And for rest days, I'm still going to log 2. I'm also going to log like rest day or whatever. So I can have my 7 check marks. But then the test crew is on Facebook. So that's where tomorrow is going to happen. So it's called Test Crew. I put the link in our team page. That's going to be 7 days of like me helping you go through, be a challenger, all that stuff. Okay, so like I'm gonna meal prep with you. We're gonna get a personal development book out. We're gonna like go back to day 1 of being a challenger. So it's called the Test Crew. Add all of your people in there that are getting Lift 4. Okay, so it's like a team-wide challenge group. And I'm okay with like posting the stuff. I'm okay with like that part because I know that everyone else is going to pour information and stuff in there too. My hopes is to just do like albums in there and just post our photos in an album because I think that works the easiest. Then you guys can go back and look into your albums and stuff and see how far you've gone. So there's an app and there's also a Facebook group. Okay, the app starts on the 16th. The reason I did that is because I wanted it to say day 1 on day 1. Day 2 on day 2. If I started it a week early, people would be like, why does it say day 8 on day 1? And it's just a giant mess. So it's starting on the 16th. Okay. The Facebook group is where like the action is happening this next week. Does that make sense, everybody? We good with that? Okay. It's team wide. So don't feel like you have to go and create your separate one. If you want to create like a thread for your people, go for it. If you want to, I don't know, email them every day, go for it. Like whatever you want to do, just let's run the Tracker app group and the Facebook group together. And I'm hoping that we get like a couple hundred people in the group. I know it sounds big, but it's a test group and you're going to know that like people are showing up and people aren't because they're your people. But I'm hoping we can get half, if not 75% of those people to start coaching. So that's kind of my hopes for us to like turn our team or our business around, if that makes sense.